suppose I should just start through this process now, because it's gonna make me potentially redo it anyway. Okay, I can see Twitch is live. I don't actually need Restream for this, because Streamlabs has its own box for Twitch stuff. I'm a little sad I missed Triggerfish. I wish I got some Triggerfish had I not slept in too long. Yeah. Now to make sure that everything works properly. Hello, Rand. Hello, Average. And check shops, because it might be something new. There usually isn't, but there might be. I mean, my day just started like 2 hours ago, Rand, so I can't rightly say how my day is. Yeah, I know I should just throw myself immediately into some turf war or something, but, oh, thanks for following, Average. This is just making sure everything works. Camera's a little temperamental, but I think this is the fastest the left stick has just worked. Neat. Whoop. As I say that, it refuses to do 2 down presses. Great! I would offer to, but I don't have Mario Maker, so... That's kind of the problem. Yeah, I was using NZAP last time. Let's use it a bit this time. I should also probably move the microphone, because I never know exactly where to put it to try and keep the shadow from being on my face from it blocking the light. I feel like I should at some point do a Super Mario Bros. X stream. So that, mostly I can show a lot of you guys that don't know what it is, what it's like. I'd have to figure out exactly how I'm going to do that, though. I have an idea, though, of how I would do it. Because the main problem with SmibX is that it's multiple windows, so it's not exactly the easiest to, like, get set up in, like, OBS. But if I were to just set OBS up to just record my second screen and just do everything on the second screen, it should just be fine. Oh, that fizzled. Ow. Ow. This team is getting wrecked, and I feel it's partially my fault. I am very rusty. Ow. I mean, I say I'm very rusty. I don't think I'm doing terribly for someone who hasn't really played much for, like, what, 3-4 months now? I don't think it's been exactly that long, but it's definitely been quite a while since I played regularly. Might have even been longer. I don't know. Keeping track of when I play games is not the easiest. Ow. So how are you both doing? Okay. I'm guessing Blue Umber there was AFK. Or partying. Though I think I saw them spawn a fair bit, so I'm guessing they were just AFK. Well, AFC? Away from controller? Something I need to do before I forget. I need to set my computer speakers back to the speakers instead of my headset so I can actually hear when notifications go off. I also should have made a video or something and threw it up on YouTube quickly, being like, hey, I'm going live on Twitch. I'll have to remember to do that for next time. Because I really don't have time to do it now. I had planned on doing that, I just never got around to it. Partially because I really overslept. Just remarkably hard to zig and zag two snipers. Ow. Come on, guys. It's two snipers. How have we not just overwhelmed them? I know how, it's this map, but, you know. Ow. Give me turf. Hey, we appear to have actually captured the center! Ow. It took this team a while, but we actually managed to get, you know, a lead, I hope. Hooray! So many snipers. Jeez. Darn it! Frickin' blaster. I kind of want to talk about some things I've been considering doing on here, but I also feel like I probably shouldn't because there's not that many of you guys here. Which I kind of expected. I knew just from even past experience that, well, there isn't much crossover between Twitch and YouTube when it comes to you guys. Ow. Still got my special ops, still get to be annoying. Yeah, at least I've got 3. Which does mean I currently have around an average of 3 viewers, which is good. Because part of having affiliate is going to be maintaining affiliate. Ow. At the very least, it's doing better than, you know, the Twitch streams used to do when I did them on their own. They would usually average, like, 1 viewer. By the end of them, anyway. This one might in that way as well. No idea. Can't say for certain. Ow. Four kills. Not great. Yeah, let's grab a different weapon. I'm clearly still at least adequate with that thing. How about mini splatling? Because nothing like fast and nippy when there's snipers around. Hey, Skipper Pavilion. I wasn't paying that much attention to the scores other than my own. Oh boy! 3 snipers on one team. Yeah, it definitely seems to do that from time to time. It's definitely not a constant thing, though. Like, there'll be times where it'll definitely split them up. I think it's just randomness and, in a way, confirmation bias. Because it's like, oh, well, this did what I expected it to do, so that must be how it works. That kind of thing. Excuse me. Because, like, at the moment, there would be a decent chance that all the snipers would just end up on the same team. There's also a decent chance they'll end up on separate teams. Double kill! Yeah, I'd say I'm still pretty good with the mini splatling, but it's hard to tell because the enemy team is mostly snipers. Hope I didn't just body block that shot. I don't know if I did or not. Okay. I think that went pretty well. Yeah, I'd say that went pretty well. I actually wonder how my win-loss is looking at the moment. Because I forget how it even was before I stopped playing. Yeah, that looks about right. So I'm at 27-23 at the moment. Which means it was 24-26 before I started. Snipers! Ow. Yeah, I mean, I will admit it does seem to happen quite often, but I also don't pay enough attention to it to make a... I'm basically just saying I can't say for certain because I don't pay enough attention to actually get an idea of anything. Ow. I mean, theoretically right now, that would be a 50% chance of it happening. It's also a 50% chance of it not happening, and a 50% chance... probabilities are weird. But just given it's half of the players in the lobby, there'd be about a 50% chance for each player to end up on either team, so in the end it would be theoretically a 50% chance that they'd all end up on the same team. I mean, I wouldn't say it's terribly weird. It's definitely much more common to see Guts Flareon with Toxic Orb. But that's purely just because Guts. I've definitely seen weirder, especially when it pertains to, like, VGC stuff, so... I also find it a little funny how I was mostly right when it comes to the heavy-duty boots. I've not seen, like, any big... Like, I've not seen many, anyway, big competitive Pokemon players actually using them. The boots that remove hazard damage. And I've seen even fewer people using it in VGC because no one sets up hazards in VGC. It's over too fast. Like, I think the only thing I've ever seen it used on was a Charizard. Nice. They definitely were probably not expecting the Flash Fire Flareon. That might be why they locked themselves into Flare Blitz. They figured, this will be an easy sweep. And then Flash Fire. Because that's kind of the thing with running the abilities that are good, but nobody uses on a Pokemon. Like Flash Fire on Flareon. Everyone runs Guts, so running Flash Fire can really throw people off. It's kind of like for a short while in, well, really any metagame since Bronzong became a thing and had Heat Proof and Levitate. The Poketuber Hayden would run a Heat Proof Bronzong named Levitate. And a levitating one named Heatproof. And it would legitimately trick people up because they'd be like, well, no, it's definitely the one he's named. It never was. But even when it comes to Bronzong, it's like, well, which ability is better? Arguably, Heat-Proof, depending on the meta. But also, arguably, Levitate, because, you know, it's weak to ground, so you want Levitate, but it's weak to fire, so you want Heat-Proof. So, mind games, people. But yeah, also, just as a note, in this match, there is a set of dualies and a set of chargers on each team. Like, and a charger on each team, as well as a splatling on each team. So, I think it's just randomness, and you just pay attention to it more when it starts to really clump up, because randomness isn't random. It just isn't. Ow. That was a long life, jeez. Ow. Ow. I had one really good life, and now everything's just falling apart. That's just kind of how this match went in general. It was going really well, and then we all died, and then now it's just falling apart. I had to get my bomb off. Yeah, I think the only, as I mentioned, the only Pokemon I've really seen running the heavy-duty boots was a Charizard. And the thing basically got, well, it got outplayed by another Charizard that had a Life Orb. Like, and it purely comes from, if you're gonna run heavy-duty boots, you basically it almost feels like you need to have hazards of your own to get set up on your opponent's team. Or you will run into cases like that where Charizard, the one with the Life Orb wins. It'll deal more damage with everything it does. See, in that case, I'd almost prefer just running a Choice Scarf. It's a revenge killer anyway, so its HP doesn't matter as much as it outspeeding everything does. Darn it. Though I know a standard rule set that a lot of people use is the VGC one, which limits you to one of each type of item, which really sucks because there's only like 4 good items. Well, there's more than that, but like, Very rarely will you have a team that everything wants to have a different item between leftovers, the 3 choice items, life orb. Normally, you're gonna have 2 or 3 Pokemon that all want leftovers. Then, you know, 1 or 2 that might want the same choice item, like 2 wanting choice scarf, for example. Ow. Because, well, speed is just important. So it's like, it's part of my problem with VGC, is just the limitation on items. Basically forces you to use items that are less than ideal just because you can only have 1 of each. Thankfully, Nintendo did counteract that a bit as time went on with things like Black Sludge and such. Darn it. I am way out of practice at fighting dynamos, it seems. Also trying to be very careful not to bump my HDMI, and to keep an eye on the video feed to make sure it doesn't start glitching up. Because I know it's going to, and I have boiled it down to, it is this HDMI cable. I don't know why it does it. Why it does it, and why it does it when it does it. And not just all the time. As would make the most sense. I mean, I suppose I can't speak too much of the current metas because I haven't played in VGC, so I can't really talk much about item usage for VGC. But just from even what I've seen and what I've played of Smogon competitive for this generation, like, there's so many of the items that are new that just aren't getting used because they're just not good enough. Like, as much as I don't like Trick Room gimmick teams, I could see the use of heavy-duty boots if they basically, if they reduced speed as well. Like, they're heavy boots. Have it slow the Pokemon by, like, 1/4 speed. Then I could see a use for them. But just negating hazards, well, that... What if the opposing team doesn't have hazards altogether? Now that item is worthless. From what I've seen of Trick Room teams, it might be too fast. Flareon isn't exactly the slowest. I think the only evolution that would be good for a Trick Room team would be Vaporeon. But once again, I'm not all that versed when it comes to Trick Room teams. Personally, I wouldn't run it. Ow. Yeah, it's kind of too fast for, like, Trick Room gimmick teams, but too slow for general sweeping. What might work for a Flareon if you want to use a more gimmick-based team is build a Sun team. It's not going to get any ability bonuses from the Sun, but just being a Fire type gives it a bonus in the Sun. So, it would definitely probably work on a Sun team. I said definitely probably, didn't I? I'm actually kind of hoping that with some of the new Pokemon that Stoutland comes back, and if it does, I'm definitely building a Sandstorm team. I mean, it helps that Tyranitar is already one of the best Pokemon in the meta right now. So, you know, easy sand from a powerhouse. And part of the main reason why I want to wait for Stoutland for a Sandstorm team is, well, Stoutland gives Sandstorm teams something that almost no other weather team has. And that is a normal type that gains benefit from your weather effect. And not only that, it's a normal type that becomes a downright impressive sweeper with the weather up. Because Sand Rush. The one ability I would be avoiding like the plague, purely because I hate it, is the evasion weather abilities. I hate them. I hate evasion manipulation. I find it cheap. I've never been a fan of it. Even, like, way back in Gen 1, I still didn't like the idea of it. It just didn't seem right to be able to manipulate the accuracy of your opponent's moves. To that degree, anyway. I actually wonder how many people have gone back and are playing the previous generation with a Trick Room team, because they're like, hey, I mean, it worked here. And it's like, yeah, it worked here because, well, people were... Like, I'm almost willing to bet there is a lot of the competitive players that have just not moved on in general. But, like, it just, in general, seems like a lot of people just don't know how to fight Trick Room teams. And the general way you fight them is by having a balanced team. Like, I've seen a few, but I've not even just seeing Smogon's reports. There's not many Ferrothorns in the top percentage of teams. Ferrothorn would be an easy counter to Trick Room teams because it's naturally slow. No, you're not going to minus nature the thing, running it on a normal team. But it'll still outspeed under a Trick Room most Trick Room Pokemon because it's naturally that slow. And it hits like a dump truck. It also has basically no weaknesses. Like, it's pretty hard for a Trick Room team to out a Ferrothorn. At least under their own Trick Room. They need to wait for their Trick Room to wear off to out it. Which is quite a benefit. Plus, that gives you an easy way of setting up hazards, because it's a Ferrothorn. Especially in cases like, you know, Hatterene is one of the most popular Trick Room Pokemon. It's per fairy. Plus, I don't think it can even one-hit KO a Ferrothorn outside of, you know, with outspeeding it anyway. And a single Iron Head or Gyro Ball will just kill it. Probably not Gyro Ball because the speeds are so close, but Iron Head definitely. Ah, enemy team has beacons. They're not very good beacons, though. Should still probably be dealt with. And camped. Ow. That fell a lot faster than I was expecting. I am way out of practice at dealing with Tentamissiles. Jeez. Ow. For a second I was gonna be like, wait, are the enemies actually using his beacons? But no, they're not. Can't exactly blame them. Those don't look like good beacons. I see no mains of sub power up on that guy. Ow. Yeah, I already know after the stream I am going to have to download it, then export it, and then upload it to YouTube and set it to schedule to be uploaded by tomorrow. Which is going to be fun. And I say that, exporting with this computer really does not take long at all. There is that. Though I imagine it'll probably still take an hour to 2 hours to export the stream. Just because most videos I've exported so far from this computer have taken about their duration to export. Which is kind of convenient, considering my old computer took, like, usually 4 times the duration of the video to export it. Like, a half-hour video, that was 2 hours. A, hour-long video, I'm looking at 4 hours. That's a set it to export overnight kind of thing. Meanwhile, this computer, like I said, it tends to get it out in the duration of the video, so... It's not bad. Oh man, it's fish. You guys know fish can roll? That is a joke probably none of you get. Robotic would be proud, though. Hello, Marty. Marty X. Well, that worked. Wait. They're named Hydra, but they're not playing a Hydra. How could they? I'm a little sad this person named Fish is not using dualies, because Fish can roll. Welcome back, Average. I should probably call you 1K, at least, just because of being on here. Just so people don't get confused. Ow. That was probably not great. Fair enough. And I should grab that friend request. I should have mentioned this earlier, but I know Twitch's delays are much shorter. It's probably about time I changed lobbies anyway. And weapons. I've been playing the mini Splatling for a while. Let's go undercover. I'm gonna feel mean. If I do well, I'm gonna feel mean. If I do bad, I'm gonna feel bad because I'm doing bad. Actually wonder how... 24-26 now. Huh. Might have been because the lobby filled before you had a chance to get in. Say try again after this match. Darn it. Yeah, Splatoon seems to be picky when it comes to that. Because I've had some times where viewers get that, and other times where they just don't. And I don't overly understand why. Ow. Well, at least I made him pop his special. And that sniper is a coward! Ow. I am definitely out of practice with this thing. Ow. I mean, I'm dying to ink brushes. That should say it all right there. Just a reminder, if anyone likes the ink brush, don't feel bad. I just don't like it. I've never liked it. Not as a weapon, anyway. It's fun to use, but I don't like it as a weapon. I have a physical copy. See? Why would that change anything? Other than, you know, the storage space on my Switch. Huh. It's weird. Ow. Like, I've legit never heard of that happening. Ow. Huh. Oh, okay, I know what's going on then. Give me a minute. I need to fix it after the stream. Not stream, the battle. I can think. Last I was doing things, I was, popping in and out of Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot. So I didn't want to annoy people with me popping in and out of Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot. It was the last I was on the Switch, so I set myself to appear offline, so I shall fix that in a moment. This is what happens when I don't touch the Switch for like a few weeks. I forget my online status. Man, this team cannot push to save their lives. Jeez. It's 2 brushes and a sniper against, you know, much better weapons. So plug it in. Mine's almost never not docked. I don't know why so many people play it undocked. And I know it's all just preference, but like I've never understood that. Especially when it comes to playing something like Splatoon. I don't think I could play this game without gyro. And playing handheld with gyro is that does not sound appealing. It does not sound appealing at all. Oh, excuse me. Yep, Joy-Con. I think it's under here. There we go. Oh, hey, a Japanese lobby. Good. I mean, I would expect more Japanese lobbies this time of night. Because it'd be around either noon or 1 p.m. I can't remember which exactly it'd be right now, because thank you, Daylight Savings Time. I think I am lagging. Alright. I'll probably stream this more, so feel free to throw a follow and just check back whenever. Have a good night there, Marty. Or, you know, you could just check back. No need to follow. I doubt, well, I know there isn't any other Twitch person with the name of Steven_White. Oh, I am confused. Darn it. I shouldn't have dipped. I should have just held down fire immediately. Oh, that's what you meant. I actually tend to not do so bad on Japanese servers, so... Though I do tend to focus a little more when I'm on a Japanese server, so that might have something to do with it. I mean, I think I just did best in the server. So there is that. It's probably helping matters that this is my main. So, you know, there is that. Alright, Rand. Have a good night. Well, this is definitely a team. Ow. The undercover isn't exactly the best turfer in the world. Bleh. Meta sheep. Aha! Team kill! Well, more quadra kill. Darn it. I was hoping you wouldn't have heard that. Ow. Well, it was a valiant effort. Yawning. The only thing about yawning is I know I'm not actually tired. So I just woke up. 23:27. I shall put my phone to sleep before it dies. This poor thing. Once upon a day, this thing used to be able to live through the night without being plugged in. Now it can't. Its battery is dying. It's a sad day. Well, I should note, without being plugged in and without being on, just asleep. Wait, what? Isn't that my ink mine? I'm very confused. Can I have 3 ink mines now? Or did someone put an ink mine exactly where mine was after mine exploded? Okay, it was just someone put one exactly there. Okay. Well, someone's trying to flank. Looks like they gave up on the flank path once they get point censored. Ow. I thought I was gonna have some backup, but I guess I didn't. That does not look like... That does not look like that much of a win. It doesn't even look like a win. I think this time that light I'm seeing flicker is actually just my little USB light. It's kind of temperamental. The blaster picked up the undercover. At least I'm pretty sure that's the blaster. Ow. Darn it. Held my eyes open a little too long there. That Hydra is good. That is the main difference between this time and last time, is the Hydra's on the enemy team this time. Damn it. Roller, why are you just rolling? You could have flicked and killed him. And now he's still alive because the roller did not flick and kill him. Roller flicks are always good to do. I think I'll play another match or two of Turf and then might hop into Ranked. Not sure. It'll all depend on how much tea I've got left. So I know I at least want to go. I at least want to go until the hour, so which should be a map rotation. And I should have enough tea left for that. Yeah, I have enough tea left to last the rest of the hour. Actually, take this moment to do a quick check of something I meant to check earlier. Bleh. I was checking the weather, and snow mixed with rain. Snow, snow mixed with rain. Snow, clear, snow, snow, cloudy, cloudy. Welcome to Canada. Go, now we'll basically know anytime they come up here. Oh, hey. Ow. Damn it! I was hoping the point sensor would be enough. Well, point sensor. Ink mine. Blech. I always say point sensor because that's what it's doing. It's applying a point sensor effect. Ow. Wow, that sponge did not move. I just need to get my browser popped up here again. Hello, Ryan. Welcome to I've been in a Japanese lobby long enough to get to the very top. Darn it, I thought he was nearing the end of his charge. Well, he was nearing the end of it, just not as near to the end as I thought. Oh, excuse me. I mean, I wasn't rusty at all, but, you know, I've probably played more recently than you have as well. I definitely felt rusty, though. I just wasn't. I think I played just a little after Pokemon. Like, I finished beating Pokemon. I did a single stream of Splatoon, but before that, I hadn't played for like 2 months. It's nice that my video feed hasn't exactly broken yet. Darn it! Chip shots. Ow. Wasn't the best match, but hey, it worked. It's more the enemy team just could not push. I mean, we just keep all our games in a nice, neat little stack, and they're all just always kept there, so you can always find them. At least when it comes to the Switch games. Switch and PS4. Everything else is just kind of slightly organized, and in mostly deep storage. But they had ink armor on. Why did they run? They could have just... Okay. They could have just face tanked that and then probably killed me before I recovered from the animation of the splashdown. You know, much like I tend to do to other splashdowns. Except I can't kill that fast. I can kill that fast, though. Should've just fought that out, little buddy. You might have lived. Fair enough. I just started with the last weapon I had used, which was an end zap. Though it's pretty hard to be bad with an end zap. I don't even know what League is right now. Great stuff. I'm okay with that as long as it's not Clam. Alright. I mean, it's about to change in half an hour anyway, so... Don't want to be that for long. Alright, Rainmaker's not bad. Ow. Oh, they had a disconnect, I think. That would have to have been right at the end. I remember just killing him. As he was hopping away futilely. At least he wasn't hopping away futilely, because that would be just weird. Bad joke is bad. And he's immediately back. At least I think. A pavilion of skippers. Hey, it's giving you a bit of a handicap of having me here. Ow. Do I immediately die? That has a lot of sub power up. Hello, lag. Hello, AI. Darn it. Out of here, pigeon. Ow. Ow. Doing so bad. Well, if you're tired, go to sleep. 1K man is average. It'll just take you a match or two, Ryan. Possibly a change of weapons. Though I also have this unnatural knack for returning to a game better than I left it. So... Darn it. Timed that wrong. I still don't overly understand the appeal of Mario Maker. But I'm also someone who knew of and has used SmibX before, so that might be why. Like, I've noticed it's something a lot of the ROM hackers don't tend to play, because they just know what SmibX can do, and it's like, well, why would I do something that's just worse than what... Why would I play something that's just worse than what, you know, this thing I've had for years can do? Ow. Fair enough, AI. If you enjoy it, then do it. Ow. I mean, I suppose I can kind of understand the appeal of Mario Maker of just it with how easy it is to share levels around kind of thing. Though my main thing usually comes with, like, I'll occasionally poke at a series that a YouTuber called Steven Plays does called Morning Mario, where basically they'll do a different Mario Maker stage each morning kind of thing, Monday through Friday. And the one for yesterday was one where basically you were messing with the AI of a Monty Mole to complete various little challenges. And I couldn't help but think that, like, in SmibX, I would just make you be the Monty Mole, not have to jankily control a Monty Mole. I mean, your team still won, so you got that going for you. I wasn't even paying attention to my kills, so I don't even know if I get any actual kills or not. Though, my weapon doesn't have to care. As long as I've hit someone and they die, I'm happy. Like right there. AI, I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to. Jeez, I need to blink more. Ow. Yeah, we can do some League. We'll do 15 minutes of League. It won't matter too much. Just hop into League. I mean, I was thinking of ending the stream at the hour anyway, so... Because I'm gonna be basically out of tea by then. So... That's fine. I might keep it going longer. I just have to go and get tea. I basically depend. I'm probably gonna decide on whether I'm gonna end it then, depending on how the view counter looks. If it stays like it is, I'll probably keep going. If it drops down to like 1 or 2, I'm probably gonna end it just so I don't murder my average. Okay, the video stutter I saw was just Twitch buffering. I have both Chrome open with the chat and Streamlabs with the chat, so... Thank you for hosting. Now, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Yes! I had turf on both parts. Ow. Our 3-point lead. I am indeed playing with viewers. I'm probably just gonna call you Mal, if that is okay. Oh, geez, lag. Alright, throw me a friend request, and you can see what that you can see if we can make that happen. Friend code is on the screen, bottom left corner. It's also in the little info part. I don't know how to find that on mobile Twitch. If you're on mobile Twitch, I can't help you. But I know it's in the bottom left corner of the screen. Darn it. Ow. Okay, we can see if we can fill up a quad lobby for League, and if we can't, we'll just hop to some turf. Man, my reaction times are slow. I hit R3 just a little too late. Excuse me. I've just been drinking tea. Why am I this gassy? Ow. Come on. No. No, our lead. Well, that could have gone better. Okay, gonna set up a quad lobby and let's see if we can fill it. Theoretically, we should be able to. I would need to grab the friend request first. I almost forgot. I'm kind of an idiot. Okay, am I in? Don't know if I was in the right thing or not, but I know for certain I am now. Oh, I didn't see you say that in time, Ryan. Well, I have the lobby up. And now I am officially out of tea. Let's see if we can get one more person. Actually, I won't ready. Just in case I decide to step away really quick. 'Cause, I mean, I could go make some tea. Thing is, I know it's probably going to take me until the map rotation to make it, kind of thing. Because making tea takes a while. Most of it is just waiting for the tea to steep. That it does. I mean, I'm going to be streaming longer anyway, because the view counter has stayed at 5, so, you know. Okay, I'm going to go grab tea. And then when I get back, if we still need a 4th, I'll probably put a call out on the Discord, see what we can find. So, be back in, like, a couple minutes. The maps may rotate while I'm gone. I'll just remake the lobby when I get back. Bump to the mic. I'm good at that. I have returned. That's right. It's it. Yeah, geez, microphone's twisted. Why am I out here? Yeah. Yeah, alright. Hopefully there will be a space for, Mel. Apologize for how long that took. Making tea is kind of a long process. Kind of. Yes, I do. Geez, 7 viewers. Okay. The view counter went up without me here. What does that say? Yeah, clearly the chair is... What does it say about me? I'm less interesting than a chair. Jeez. Technically, not wrong. For I am a he, and is what I just said. I am less interesting than a chair. Obviously. If anyone watching wants to play, just send a friend request, or if you've already sent one, just mention. Because I wasn't here. I don't know if I possibly got one or not. I mean, this chair doesn't speak. Trust me, I know. I've had it down here long enough. You'd figure if it spoke, it would have by now. Give it about another half a minute to a minute and a half, and if we don't get a fourth, we'll just go fire up a turf lobby. So while I am here, I am going to change equipment. Big gun. Tea is still slightly too hot. I'm a Canadian, I don't react well to heat. Fair enough. It's been snowing here for like a week. Good old Nova Scotia. It's currently snowing outside at 1 degree Celsius, so it's a good chance it'll swap over to rain. Bonus is, it's perfect snowman snow. But alright, I'm just gonna hop to a turf lobby, so... If we get a fourth person after a while, I'll fire the quad back up. Also, if you guys have trouble getting into the turf lobby, just let me know, like if people aren't leaving. I shall try and keep an eye on that. And the year I was born, there was still snow on the ground when I was born, which was in May. Because Canada! Funnily enough, the year I turned 18, the same thing happened. There was legitimately snow in May. Yeah, looks like you both got in. Hooray! And it's been a while since I used the heavy splatling, so I might not have a choice but to go easy on everybody. It has been a while since I have held Sasha. Though I suppose this would technically be like Natasha. It wouldn't exactly be Sasha. Ah, jeez. I should have held that. Ow. Man, I am out of practice with the heavy. Ow. I should really be point censoring. I'm probably not terribly out of practice with point sensors. I say as I whiff my first throw completely. Two splats, I'll take it. How did I splat you, Ryan? I'm honestly confused there. I'm guessing probably just the very edge of the not splashdown, Booyah Bomb. The Spirit Bomb. Spirit Boom. Spirit Level. Spirit Temple? I'm just saying various spirit things. Ow. No, I have no idea what I'm doing. We tried! Definitely not very good with this thing. Where is... You know what? No. Let's... Not very good with it. Let's go full out just crazy. Want this. This is wrong thing. Yeah, this is my tenacity hat. Ink saver. Bam! I swear I'm like the only person that uses tenacity. I thank thee for the path, Mal. Eh. Eh. There we go. Oh, jeez. Ah, big slappy negated your tentamissiles. That was close. I mean, looking at your team's scores, Ryan, yes. Yes, you could be. Nah, it appears Mal disconnected. You died 5 times. I died once. The Brella there, the BH Violas died 6 times. So, my point still stands of, yes, you could be worse. Not that they did bad, but, you know. Especially because I think they were the main cause of my death. Because I only died the once. But I'm playing a long-range weapon, so that makes sense. Oh, jeez. I am not moving the gyro. Why are you doing that, gyro? Ow. I don't know why I keep going to this side. This is positively the worst place I could be going. Ow. Yeah, I'm definitely not good with the Hydra. I was never good with the Hydra in my defense. But I feel like I've definitely gotten worse with it. We had almost 1,000 points of the map turfed. It's probably just because you're a bit rusty, and you're probably being hard on yourself for being rusty. Yeah, I'm probably gonna regret this, but, bang bang! See how badly I snipe. Answer is going to be very. I mean, these aren't bad sniping maps. Arowana Mall has always been just the sniping map. Alright, Ryan. Have a good night. Yep. I do not miss school. Nintendo. It's a full room. I used to work in cleaning. I'm glad I don't work in cleaning anymore. I miss the money, though. I was the only cleaner, well, night cleaner for a supermarket. It was, not great. It did teach me a valuable lesson. I cannot see shiny. Not well. At least not when it comes to like a varnished floor. I cannot tell really the difference between unvarnished tiles and varnished tiles. Yeah, not enough players joined. Good, Nintendo. Good. Let's try this again. Oh boy, lots of snipers in this lobby. When I say lots, there's two, other than me. I'm so bad. I'll say is being the only one cleaning in a supermarket is kinda sucks. Especially, I mean, I don't know how it is anywhere else, but where I live, bologna is a big thing, and you can get it in, like, these huge rolls. Well, they're coated in wax, and that wax will get on the floor as the day progresses, and the day cleaners won't deal with it, leaving it to the night crew to deal with. After it's been on the floor all day, being stepped on. It's not fun. All it would literally take is the day crew going by with literally a broom every, like, you know, hour or two, and they'd get it with ease. But nah, that's too much work right there. The day crew was literally at the supermarket longer than I had at night. And you almost couldn't tell they were ever there. From talking with a few people, they basically spent most of their time in the break room. Or just randomly talking with other employees. And they were the ones that were hiring me for the night job. So... I mean, I know they have to be doing something. And I know part of what they do is just clean up people's dropping products and smashing it all over the floor. But, man, does it get annoying that they would just ignore the baloney wax, and that stuff gets progressively harder to get off the floor the longer it's there. It's kind of like getting bubblegum off of something. It just doesn't happen past a certain point. Apologize for slurping my drink. And I did very much enjoy the basically working alone, though. Yeah, that was kind of nice. Given my only other job before that was working in a fish plant, which basically is assembly line work, but with fish. Ow. Which, as you might guess, is not very pleasant. And on top of it not being very pleasant, I had the most useless coworker in the world. Me and him were both student workers. And he was a year younger than me. The main difference was basically most of his family worked at this fish plant. So he could get away with slacking off all day, doing literally nothing, especially because he was put in the work line with people from his family who would pick up the slack for him. Except on days, which was actually quite often, where they decided that, oh, me and him should work together because, you know, we're both around the same age. It'd be good for both of us. Yeah, it equated to I was already doing 2 jobs to start with, and now I've got to do his job because he's refusing to do it. Ow. I had a job of packing fish, which is exactly as you might imagine. You're shoving fish into a box in a very particular way. You have to get it's basically you're playing Tetris, but with fish. And I was also the trayer, which basically means I was taking the packed boxes of fish and putting them into metal trays that were at probably close to -15, -20 some at the beginning of the day, and by the end of the day, these trays were at -50, -60, to the point where you would flash freeze to the boxes, or the metal trays. The moment you touched them, if your hands were wet, you would just flash freeze to it. So I'd have to do my job packing, his job packing, and tray the fish. And that was just not fun. $96. Last I heard of that other guy, he had been let go from the fish plant, because I'm guessing they finally realized he was not doing his job. He was then hired at the supermarket where I was cleaning, but it was after I'd been let go from my cleaning because I couldn't tell when the floor needed varnished, and I was told to only do it when it looked like it needed done. It didn't look like it needed done, so I wasn't doing it. It's kind of their own fault for telling me to only do it when it needed done. Apparently, if it was done too often, it would ruin the floors, so I can see their point. But he got hired there, and then within a week was fired. Then he got hired at a Tim Hortons, which is a Canadian coffee shop, and was fired within a month. Like, I mean, I'm pretty okay with fish. Not so much anymore, but at least I used to be. What made working at the fish plant completely awful was that quite often, just to make work, because I grew up in a small town, like the fishing industry in that town was basically dead, but it was the only real industry left in the town. To make work, the owner of this fish plant would quite often take orders for processing rotten fish. So we were processing rotten fish a fair amount of the time. And that was just stomach churning. I can distinctly remember 2 days I had to leave work because I felt like I was going to be sick. And the owner of the plant was very understanding of that. My old man, who was the one who got me hired there in the first place, was not. He then proceeded to get me fired because I had the audacity of being sick twice over the course of the entire summer. How dare I? It's nice to know I can still snipe. Ah, jeez, you've discovered my weakness. If you're wondering, that weakness is bullets. And people walking towards me. Yeah, I wouldn't say you're bad. I mean, I've not been really paying attention to scores, but I wouldn't say you're bad. To be fair, if you don't know what you're doing, how can your enemies predict what you're going to do? That can be a very good thing. So note, the stream will probably go until about the hour, so it'll be going another 25-ish minutes. I'm trying to think of reposting to YouTube. Because for anyone new here, and given the view counter and lack of people chatting, there's probably a fair few lurkers here that are new. I used to stream both on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. But then, through the kindness of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Streamer, I ended up getting affiliate on Twitch. And Twitch is very picky when it comes to affiliate. Twitch gets exclusivity to whatever you do on Twitch for the first 24 hours, meaning I can't dual stream anymore. Because Twitch is like, no, it's mine. Right, this isn't an E-leader. What was I doing? I can't hit him from this range. Jeez, I'm focusing a lot. And not blinking enough. Ah, jeez. Don't want none. People getting right in my face. It's not very healthy. For me. Or them. Or anybody. I do not know how I managed that shot. Jeez. Or that one. Okay. Yes, it is very much a common trend for me to not know how I manage some shots. I mean, in a lot of shooters, I tend to gravitate towards sniping, but not so much with Splatoon. I don't know how I just randomly do good sometimes. But yeah, the stream will probably end at the hour as long as the view counter does not kind of explode. My favorite weapon is the undercover umbrella. The default one. I would be using it, but I feel bad using it outside of, like, ranked. Because I've used it way too much, and I feel like I'm way too good with it. For playing in randoms anyway. Ow. I'm getting way too focused and forgetting to blink. Well, I say forgetting to blink. My brain's just going, blinking? What's that? That's not important. And then my eyes will start stinging, and then it's like, oh right. Blinking. It's very important. Followed by blinking. What's that? That's not important. Who needs to blink? Blinking's for scrubs. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we'll switch weapons here. I could never use the buckets. I've tried. I am bad with all of them. Except the explosher. I'm okay with it. Let's see. Splot some splatters. No, I have no idea what I just said. It's just how I get occasionally. Right, yeah, the blobber. I keep forgetting that that is a bucket. I'm okay with the blobber as well. I'm not great with either of them, but I can use them. Regular Slosher, I can't use to save my life. Tri-Slosher, when the moons align, I'm pretty okay with. Grizz Slosher, I'm pretty okay with. But it's the Grizz weapon. It's a Grizz weapon, so I mean... It's kind of hard to be bad with Grizz weapons. Now I want to be better with the things. Because I still have in the works. I started planning it out a while back. And it's still very much in the works of doing a video series on Splatoon 2. And with that, I want to basically show off every weapon. But I need to be good with every weapon first. Ow. I honestly thought the hardest thing for me to get good with was going to be the blaster, but no. No, the hardest has been buckets. Feels like this thing's getting its special a lot faster than it used to. I know there has been an update since the last time I played regularly, so... An actual balance changing update, so there might be something to do with it right there. Ow. Yeah, washing machine. That's the slosher. Why did I think the blobber was a washing machine? I am dumb. Probably because I saw the blobber and I'm like, right, yeah, that thing. I was okay with the sloshing machine as well. I should actually use a slosher. Assuming I can find mine in time. There it is. Bomb rush. I more play this thing for the bomb rush, but you know. That was a weird swallow. Can't wait to start getting money and upgrading my equipment so that I don't have to worry about you guys hearing me slurping my drinks anymore. And I don't have to talk as loud, just to be audible. Ow. Oh, jeez. Meant to jump. I should probably wear my blaster equipment with this thing. I might do a little better. No, because what I like about this thing is being able to run around decently fast while sloshing. Oh, jeez. I'm apparently a lot better with this thing than I remember I was. But that tends to be how I go with video games. I haven't played in a while, so I'm better than I was when I stopped. Ow. I'm definitely better with this thing than I remember myself being. But that'll probably fall off a cliff right about now, because that's usually how it works. First game with the thing, and really good with it. Second game, garbage. Watch it not, and this become a new main. It probably won't. Because that would take me actually using it enough for me to classify it as a main weapon. And I think this will be the final match of the stream. Though, I will be streaming again tomorrow. If I'm awake early enough, there will be a stream on Twitch around 3 PM Atlantic time. And if I'm not, there will be a stream, another stream tomorrow night, starting at around 11 PM Atlantic time on YouTube. Which there is a link to my YouTube channel, in the info on Twitch. On desktop, it's the bit you scroll down to. On mobile, I have no idea how you get there. You get there somehow, though. I don't know how. I should probably figure that out at some point. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Okay. I have a plan for something I want to start doing on Wednesdays, so that's why I had to check. Because currently I do a Friday night Yu-Gi-Oh! Stream, and I'm thinking of starting to do, well, on Fridays it's going to be a Friday morning and night, once I can start waking up early enough to do the 3 PM stream. And I'm also thinking of starting to do Yu-Gi-Oh! On Wednesdays as well. Because it's definitely one of the most popular things I do. Splatoon 2 here being the second most popular thing. Though it tends to have popularity in waves when it comes to me, so, you know. Like, I was not expecting the view counter to stick around where it is when it comes to Twitch. I was honestly expecting it to just drop like a stone. Because that's what it normally does. 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 Because that's what it normally probably because I am affiliate. Twitch wants to push more people towards my channel because that would mean Twitch gets money. So, you know. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez. There were squids everywhere. There goes a plow truck going by. It's about time. I haven't heard one since I woke up. Albeit was not terribly long ago, but still. We live on a main street. You'd figure it would be a lot more. Hello, Splatoon Nut. I apologize, I will note now, I'm about to end the stream off. Though I will be streaming tomorrow. It'll just be on YouTube. Well, tomorrow night I'll be on YouTube. Tomorrow the day, if I'm awake, it'll be Twitch. Like, this is legit last match, so... Unless the view counter somehow explodes before this match is over. In which case I'll keep it going, but... As it stands, my throat's getting a bit sore. And, well, length of stream. It's already been going for about 3 hours, so... I want to get into doing longer streams, but my throat needs more... My throat needs more practice at even 3-hour streams for that. That's what I get for being the quiet kid growing up that never talked much. I'm not very good at talking for long periods of time. But I will say, for those new here, there is a Discord channel should you wish to join it. It is linked in the info down below the video feed here on Twitch. I don't know how to find that on mobile, but it's somewhere. Apparently it's through my profile. I don't understand. Mobile stuff confuses me. And I will, assuming I am awake early enough, I will be streaming on Twitch again tomorrow around 3 p.m. Atlantic time, which is an hour ahead of Eastern, if that helps calculate it into your time zones. And yep, I will grab it. I will also be streaming again tomorrow night at around 11 p.m. Atlantic time, possibly starting around midnight Atlantic time. It depends on when I wake up, because like today I woke up at 10 p.m. That is not enough time to get everything set up for the stream. So with all that out of the way, thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you here tomorrow for whatever I happen to do tomorrow. See you all then.